Okay.
Well, I'm out here with my dad and his neighbor, or my soon-to-be neighbor. I don't know if they've been drinking or what, but they're trying to find water lines instead of calling Julie. I'm gonna put a portable shed up here after we clear out some brush, make a house out of it. We're gonna go pay for it and pick it up in the morning. That
Right now.
then you will have we're out here. Let me think how to explain this. This is what's gonna eventually be some kind of a, like just a little carport. You can see it's got an old, I don't know what that is. I'm not a car guy, maybe a Camaro. Anyway, that's under here now. It's gonna be moved, and then that you can use for storage. But you can see Daniel over there. He is fast at work trying to, we're gonna put our barn up towards the middle, but back here where these white marks are is gonna be our storage shed from our other house, and we actually may be living in it whenever it first gets here. But I think the property has some potential. It's got a lot of character. It's got some vines, some big trees, and it's a little kind of secluded back here for being in town. So hope you guys enjoy this little process we're going through. If anybody has any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and we'll try to answer any questions about what, you know, how we've done ours. And we're getting a 16 by 50. It should be here in a couple of weeks, so we've got a lot of work to do. We've got to get some, not the two big trees, but the brush in front of it that you saw earlier. We've got to get that cut down, get the piers dug, and the water lines and the sewer and electric. We've got to still call Ameren. I wanted it here fast, but now I'm kind of hoping it's more towards the 3 or 4 weeks that he said. So, but anyway, our first step is we've got to clear a path so the shed mover can come and move our other one. We're moving about 10 miles away. So anyway, we're gonna get to cutting and see if we can't get this knocked out tonight. We're gonna go over here and check in with Daniel, who we saw from a distance, but he's over here. He's getting it done, buddy. Are you having fun? On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about living in a storage shed?
Oh.
It's gonna be different, but he's 13 now, so he's only gonna be with us maybe another 5 to 7 years. So, and by the time we get it fixed, he'll probably be driving and won't be in it that much anyway. So we're gonna have him in a loft to start with, and if he doesn't like it, then we're gonna add on. He's earning his keep right now, aren't you, buddy? All right, I gotta get a new steel chainsaw and a new steel weed eater. So if any representatives from Steel are watching, we could use an endorsement deal. And charging that much for a weed eater, I know you guys got some money to throw our way. So anyway, I'll quit recording, making Daniel do all the hard work. We'll be back with Daniel, he's thirsty. And we've had to make a path through here so that they can deliver our shed tomorrow. And we have taken out several, I guess they call them rows of sharon bushes, and the house is gonna go, well, the plan is for it to go in that mess, but that's 3 weeks away still. But our shed has to go here tomorrow. So I think we've got thanks to Still, who can still send us a sponsorship if you want to, but they're doing their job. I think we're about done for the day. See what we can get tomorrow when they bring the shed in. We just brought our last load of stuff from our house. Got it stored in my dad's shed, our garage, along with my beautiful bike. Anyway, we got the kayaks over. So we're gonna go over this way. I think we had a little accident telling the guy where to put our motorcycle shed, but right in that mess right there is where the 16 by 50 Derksen shed is going. And I think we've got about 2 weeks left before it gets here. Time is getting away from us, but we made quite a bit of progress on this, I don't know what you'd call it, pile of brush, trees. Cut quite a bit of it down. We just got to get it we're moved out of our house. We'll be living with my dad and stepmom for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. And I'm actually gonna pop a tent up back here and stay in that for the most part. We've got all of our lines marked. I think we may be cutting this tree down right here because it's mostly dead and I'm afraid it's gonna fall. I'm just not sure. It's kind of leaning to the south but growing to the north, so I'm not a tree cutting down expert, but we'll get it cut down. So we're gonna go pop a tent up back here and see if we can rough it for a couple of weeks until our shed gets here. Welcome back, guys. We spent our first night, well, the kids stayed at my dad's house. Me and the wife stayed here. It got a little chilly, I'm not gonna lie, but we made it. And this morning we're up kind of getting ready for our annual Oktoberfest parade. And we've got our shed. I know it doesn't look super organized right now, but we left everything in it whenever they moved it, so most of it fell. But we're getting it back to good. We've got some temporary electricity ran over, and we still got all that brush right there to clear in front of that tree right there. We don't have to take that tree down, but just in front of it, up to that tree and over. So we got to work tonight, and then we'll be hard at it Sunday afternoon and Monday, getting that cleared out and ready for some concrete. I just kind of realized that I wanted the corner of my door this is going to be where the corner of my house is. It's going to run back that way, and I wanted the corner, the hinges right there, to be in a straight line because the way I was going to lay my driveway out, but I missed only by about 15 feet. I have no clue what I was thinking, but anyway, we'll either have to drag that back over or make some different plans. Probably the first of 1,000 mistakes we're going to make somewhere along the lines here. Like I said, if anybody has any suggestions, things we should do, shouldn't do, make sure to drop a comment and we'll just kind of all learn together. Well, we've made some more progress. If you guys are still watching, thanks for tuning in and kind of following the progress. It's probably been a day since I filmed, but the house is starting over there, going that way, and then coming back this way. Again, it's a 16 by 50 Derksen, and we've still got the stumps there. I'm gonna kind of paint where they're at and then finish chopping them off so the guy doesn't run over them with his little buggy. And I still got to head to Rural King today to get some twine and rebar and kind of mark out where I would need my holes to go. The big tree finally came down right there. That was interesting. But anyway, we've got a little bit more progress. I think we're still about 2 weeks out, so I'm hoping to get the concrete poured by the end of this week. Got a guy bringing me an auger Wednesday, and should have the holes dug Wednesday, Thursday, and get some concrete in the ground Friday. And then it's just a waiting game. So, and we still got I haven't called the electric company yet. I don't know where they're going to set their pole, but I've got all my water lines marked, and we're excited. Still living in the tent for now, which Mom hates, but it's just like camping, but a little bit longer. So anyway, we'll get you some more updates as they become available. Thanks for watching. Well, we're getting ready to go to Lowe's there's our design. We've got our plumbing, and there is all of our electrical. We're gonna go run down there and get some prices on things, and there's a floor plan. Anyway, we're gonna head to Lowe's and see what they can tell us on what kind of price we're looking at, and then we'll go give the rest to the shed company. See you down there. We are at Lowe's in Mount Vernon, Illinois. We're gonna go in here and price some plumbing and electrical items and build a house. Oh my. Man, there's so much stuff, like you can spend millions of dollars. So we're having our shell delivered in a few weeks, and we have got to pick up everything we need for electrical and plumbing and some insulation, and then we're just going to kind of live in it and see how much we can get done with what we're saving in rent. So all this while trying to not freeze over the winter time. Let's go find a specialist. Welcome back, guys. We've got all the brush cleared, and I've got my stakes in the ground. Believe pour 4 rows of concrete piers, and we're gonna do either 5 or 6 feet apart. You can see I've got my white line down through there. And I'll go down through here. The auger's coming in the morning, so I'll go down through, kind of mark off every 5-6 feet, and I'm a little bit worried about what I'm going to do back here as far as getting them to line up north and south. But I guess once I get the first row done, I'll have to figure out some way to square them up. So I've never done it myself before. I've seen it done, but I'm sure there's a million different ways to do it. But you can see we've got our other stake back there, and there's one right there. So we'll try to get it all squared up and get some holes in the ground. I've left those stumps up for now because I want to paint them, so when the guy drives his little buggy through here, I'll paint them around the ground and then cut them off, so maybe he can try to avoid them if he can get around them. Doesn't poke a hole in his tire. But that's where we're at. I had to back the brush pile up right there, and that was mainly to avoid having to have to drill the auger through this stump right here. So this is going to be the front porch area and work its way back to the west there. So that's our progress update for today. And we've got Lowe's dropping our stuff off in the morning, our insulation, wiring, all of our boxes, light switches, that kind of stuff. And then next week or so we should have the building here. So stay tuned. Starting to get some stuff done here. We got the concrete guy here, and he broke his auger, so he had to go back, redo it. But